Hi guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're here at Irth headquarters talking about their new development HQ by Rove. It's a commercial building in Business Bay, and today we're joined by Joshua from the team to talk us through about this project. Joshua, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you, and thank you for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
So again, my name is Joshua. I'm your point of contact at the Irth Group. I'll be giving you some quick insights into the project. You can ask me any Q&As, and we will answer all of them for you. Okay. Now, what is Irth? You've probably wondered. Irth is an Arabic word. It means heritage or legacy. But heritage and legacy of who, correct? So the Al-Shamsi family, which is a very reputed family here in whole of UAE actually, originating from Abu Dhabi, they actually own a lot of real estate from the old-fashioned way, which is to buy and then lease it out. This is how commercial business has always been in Dubai.
Gotcha.
However, in the last 1 year, things have started to change simply because of the number of new businesses that are moving into Dubai.
Okay.
But they specifically need grade A office spaces.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now I believe you know your office tower, the lineup of the elevators. You probably grab your coffee, wait till it's cold, and then you have it because there's such a big lineup there.
Yeah.
We want to minimize and mitigate all of these things there. Now, how do we do this? Because between now and 2030, you're going to have approximately 250,000 businesses moving into Dubai on top of the existing 275,000 businesses. This is over 500,000 businesses in the next 5 years. I'm talking up to 2030.
Okay.
Now, you need grade A space, you need prime location, you need top-notch service. How do I cater into the segment? That's when the Irth Group, we have partnered with the Rove brand. Now, you've probably heard of Rove. It's very familiar. People are like, yeah, I've seen it. They have some hotels. So Rove is owned by Emaar and Dubai Holdings as a JV, joint venture.
Okay.
They own 9 hotels in Dubai, 1 in Ras Al Khaimah. Now, with the hospitality factor taken into consideration, what they've done is they've given us the rights to do the residences and commercial in Dubai and Ras Al Khaimah.
Okay.
So we launched Rove Downtown Residences, Rove Marina Residences, Rove Business Bay Residences, and the fact is we do Studio 1 and 2 beds there, fully furnished, fully fitted out, with more than resort-style amenities, vertically integrated. That's why we launched and sold out within about 90 days from our launch dates itself. People love the Rove brand. Now, you'll be like, what does this have to do with commercial?
Go, talk me through
So
it.
we now are transitioning to the commercial space. Now we're taking the same hospitality sector, the same hospitality experience that started from the hotel, transitioned to the residences, but now it's moving to the commercial. So imagine your valet, security, doorman, the guest concierge, all in the Rove uniforms, trained and staffed by them, providing 5-star experience for your client or whoever is entering the commercial building. The journey from the drop-off till the office is top-notch. And this is how we are going to implement all of this in our building. Now, the mock-up that you see right behind, you're probably wondering how tall is this. This is a ground plus 30 floor structure. It has 8 levels of car parking, 3 above ground, 5 below ground, which means there's 988 car parks. That's close to 1,000 car parking spaces, which if you compare to conventional developers, it's 35% more car parking at any point of time. This way, there's not going to be a situation where you're going to have issues for parking, you're going to wait, none of that. Now, let's highlight what is so different about this building. You probably have seen so many commercial buildings. It's a typical boring floor plate, half floor, full floor. That's what most people like to do. You log in, you log out, you leave. The future workspace demands much more than this. Now, why do they need this? Because after COVID, a lot of the employees who got back, the employers had to get competitive. Are there amenities? Is there free parking for me? And what can I do if I stay late? What can I do if I leave early or come early to work? So this building caters to all of that. Let me explain.
Before we get to the building, let's just explain something to the viewers. Why is, in most parts of the world, we're seeing low vacancy rates for office buildings in around London, Sydney, Melbourne. But in the UAE, especially Dubai, my understanding is it's about an 8% vacancy rate. So you've got about a 92%, 93% occupancy
rate.
Right. Is that right?
Generically, it's 92%, but grade A office space vacancy is only 3%.
Wow. Okay. And can you just talk me through? Because my understanding is, and this is what I want to portray to the guys, there's a connection between businesses having a business license and how many people they can employ under that business license.
Correct.
Meaning how much space they need to have.
Yes.
For their business to operate. Correct. So the more people you have to you want to employ, the bigger the unit office
size
space
has to be.
You have to be. Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Correct. Okay. Cool. So is that one of the main drivers why there's a bit of a supply and demand shortfall?
That is one of the reasons. Okay. So because there's so many people moving into Dubai, let's talk numbers.
Yes.
4 million people is who are residing in Dubai now.
Yes.
And this benchmark was achieved a month ago. It was supposed to happen in 2030, but it happened in 2025, 5 years in advance. Wow. Now, 4 million people, they're not all looking for work. They're also looking to set up their businesses.
Correct.
There's a lot of freelancers, digital nomads. There's companies who like to call it as satellite offices, where they don't need half a floor. They need maybe a quarter floor. They need maybe 1,000 square feet, or maybe 1,500 square feet. So the demand is completely different than it was in the past.
Gotcha.
Combination of all these factors tells us that there's more people. They need spaces to live and spaces to do business. And more the people in a specific business, more the area, because visas are issued as per certain square footage.
There you go.
Okay. And because it's so important, that's why companies, they need to have certain square footage to employ certain number of people. Now, all of that being said, what we've done in our project is, you have a small business, you have less than, let's say, 10 people, I have an office for you.
Gotcha.
You have a medium-sized business that has, let's say, 20 to 40 people, I have an office for you. You want the whole floor, you want to move your headquarters to our headquarters by Rove, you're more than free to do that because we have that space as well. So we are trying to find common ground and sort of make every single person and business happy in a way that we can.
Got you. Awesome. Amazing. And that's really important to know of the supply and demand in Dubai, because there's a very big shortfall of offices here. Because of the population growth, the business growth. Cool. Okay. Now, the location of this is in Business Bay, right? Which is about, I think, a 5-minute drive from Dubai downtown. Is that right?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You're right.
And Business Bay has been traditionally the place where the epicenter of businesses.
It's the OG of business. Yes.
Talk us through that.
Perfect. So in Dubai, you have pretty much prime locations. Okay. So they are downtown, Business Bay, DIFC, and Marina.
Gotcha.
These are the hotbeds for real estate. These have a good track record. They have a proven history of more than 2 decades. Now, a lot of people from across the world, when they think of Dubai, they think of these 4 areas initially. If you skip Palm Jumeirah, because that's pretty much purely residential. Okay. Now, there's non-prime locations which are upcoming, but they don't have a proven track record. So they are known as tier 2 locations. Now, us as Irth Group, we never go into non-prime locations. We only venture into prime location simply because the Al Shamsi family, they are a very reputed family and a financially stable business household where they do not like venturing into spaces that may or may not deliver returns. Okay? Cool. That being said, to make it very lucrative, a commercial project, we wanted to do it where it says Business Bay. All right, because this is the area where you have majority of the white collars working, majority of the businesses wanting to set up shop. If you keep DIFC for a moment aside, that's because it has a UK common law licensing. It's a completely different territory. Okay. So we are within the best business zone, Business Bay, and within Business Bay, we are in a prime location. And what does this mean? So Amniyat has a luxury corridor in Business Bay. Okay, they have what's known as the Lana Dorchester collection, another project called Vela coming up. They're building the biggest artificial beach club of Dubai in their own private marina, and they're giving it sort of Monaco and Ibiza vibes there. And they have their own commercial building, but which is again larger floor plates and even more expensive price tag. We are a 6-minute walk from there. All right.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've definitely shared the location with you. You can show it to your viewers. What you want to know is we are in the tailwind or the vicinity of ultra luxury. But we are an accessible premium brand. Rove is not ultra luxury. It's accessible premium, which means somebody who's a startup, who's, let's say, for example, wanting to set up a satellite office, as I said, or is a freelancer who was venturing into business for the first time, this is their space. And they also deserve to be respected. They also deserve to have some of the best, where when we give you a walkthrough on the amenities, etc., you will know that the Rove brand is actually 7-star on amenities. Okay? And in terms of access points, I would like to highlight that we have addressed one of the major pain points, which is entry and exit. That's the first thing.
Okay, talk us through that.
Perfect. before you enter the building, check the elevators, parking, you need to get to the building, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a public entrance, which is already existing. And then we have a private entry exit road where we're spending over 40 million dirhams from our side. We worked with the Road Transport Authority to get the permits. It's from the backside of the building and it goes and connects Marasi Drive.
Okay.
Now you'll be like, okay, but what does this do? It reduces your entry and exit time by 4 times.
Okay.
With the private signages, so nobody else can access it.
Okay, cool.
Because when you enter and exit this building, you have your number plate scanned by a digital system.
Gotcha.
So this way, anyone who's missed the signs, like they do in Dubai,
you're
going to have to just do a roundabout and leave. So this is, we've taken care of that. So 2 entry points, 1 public, 1 private.
Gotcha.
And then the building has 21 elevators.
21 elevators?
21 elevators.
Oh, okay.
This is
that's
something
huge.
that's not heard of. And I will tell you how it's split. So you have 5 elevators taking you from the car parking zones to the ground floor, which means you don't waste too much of time waiting for
the car parking zones are here, right?
That's the 3 zones and there's 5 below. That's the ground floor.
Got you. Okay.
You get to the ground floor. Ground floor, you have your security access and the elevators are all destination control, which means there's no buttons to press. So there's no people wandering in the building. You go only where you're designated to go. Okay. That being said, you'll be like, okay, that's 5 elevators. What about the other 16? Correct? There's 14 elevators that go to the office spaces, a mixture of high zone and low zone. They have been separated and segregated so that no one's waiting for anyone. They go about their own speed and time. Now you'll be like, that's 19. What about the other 2? The other 2 elevators are service elevators.
Okay.
Service elevators is very important, not just from a materials transportation ideology. It is also when you have food delivery, you have your courier like Aramex, DHL, you have, for example, Amazon packages.
Separate elevators.
They use separate elevators because they have specific times when they come in and leave. They don't need to wait for you. You don't need to wait on them. Everybody goes about their own way. This way, you will see that uninterrupted, if the elevator were to start on the ground floor to the rooftop, which is 31st floor, it goes in 32 seconds, uninterrupted. So this is why 21 elevators makes a big difference.
Huge difference.
It's a huge number. Because by Dubai Building Code, we could have given 14 and that would have been sufficient.
Got you.
But we don't do the bare minimum. We like to give maximum.
Got you.
Okay?
Got you.
The other pain point you want to know is that how many cars can drop off at the same time. So because this is another factor where a lot of buildings don't pay attention to the drop-off area. We can drop off 6 cars at the same time.
Okay.
This allows us to prevent a lineup.
Gotcha.
So usually cars line up, there's a build-up. We don't want that happening. We want it to be as soon as possible, very fast. And this is why 6 cars can alight at the same time.
Got you.
So parking check, entry and exit check. You have maximum elevators check. Now you'll be like, okay, let's come to the offices itself. Correct? What is so special about it? I saw the ads, I saw the videos, we had a conversation before this. The offices, to give it to you in the best way possible, there's a 23,000 square feet floor plate. That's the gross size. You can have the whole 23,000 as one office, or you can split it up to 22 offices.
22 offices. Got you. Okay.
So the smallest one is around 700 square foot.
Got you.
And then it's modular, so you just keep multiplying.
Got you.
1,400, 2,100, 2,800, and on and on and on. It's based on your client's requirement.
Got you.
And availability, of course. Okay? Which means we have 23 floors. The first floor is the 5th floor of the offices. It goes up to level 30.
Got you.
And we have some premium units as well. Those are on the edges. So this edge and a couple of edges on that side.
Which we'll have a look in a sec.
They offer more of panoramic views.
Got you.
So office is not just about indoors, it's outdoors as well. And because of the outdoor component, the future workspaces, they demand balconies as well. Now, not too long, not double the size of your office. Smart size, between 15 to 20% ratio of the total GFA. We have given balconies. It's very important. Smoke breaks, private calls, just a refresher. Smoke breaks alone consume, on an average, 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, and elevator congestion. We just prevented all of that by giving you a small balcony. Private phone calls, and also, in Dubai, there's a certain work culture where a lot of people are too hardworking. they stay longer hours, so they want a living component. They don't want to be inside the office at all points of time. So it's a lifestyle element that we've given in the form of small balconies.
Yes,
Okay.
Okay, Joshua, this is really awesome. Show us what the building has as amenities.
Yes.
You have quite a bit happening here.
Yes.
So talk us through it, because this is actually pretty impressive for an office building. I haven't seen this before.
Let's go through this. So amenities, it forms a key element of our design and the Rove's DNA and branding.
Yes.
So if you've seen the Rove hotels, they're in prime locations with small hotel rooms but maximum amenities.
Gotcha.
This is why our customers, they love us.
Okay.
In the residences, we elevated that by ensuring 20 to 25% space of the building is simply dedicated to open space amenities.
Okay.
Now to the commercial, we took it to another level where 28% area, which is almost 30% if you think about it, all right? It's all open space amenities.
Okay.
Now, what exactly are they? How are they beneficial? Are they all business? Are they all leisure? Are they a mixture of both? Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So this is your drop-off area.
The ground floor. Yeah.
So you have a triple height ceiling entrance. You have your welcome experience with the concierge here.
Yeah.
You also have about 4 to 5 top F&B brands as restaurants inside.
Gotcha.
We call it the food hall.
Nice. Okay.
It's similar to the timeout concept that we have here in Dubai.
Yes. I love that place, by the way.
You love it?
Okay.
You're going to love this one as well then. We try to make sure that we find some of the best cuisines across the world, and they will be here.
Gotcha.
Top tier F&B brands. Beyond that, you will also see a conference room, maybe for a TEDx talk, an orientation for new joiners. That's available here.
Gotcha.
And that's your ground floor. Now, when you come to level 4, which is your podium
Podium,
level,
right?
Yeah, podium. This is because in between this and this, there's car parks. So
Gotcha.
this 3D mock-up you see here, this is purely talking about the 4 different sections of amenities.
Yes. Yeah.
Podium level, I love this part. Why do I love this? You have a very large gym, and the gym is not a standard gym. The gym has elements from like a tech campus. I'll give an example.
Yeah.
The treadmill, not all of them, some of them, will have a tray or a platform on which you can place your laptop, you work and you count your steps.
That's a workaholic right there, right? You just can't get away from the laptop.
You're working and working out, both at the same time.
I like that one. That's good.
So so you have the gym right there, and of course you have your showers and changing rooms out there.
Amazing.
On the outside you have your paddle and basketball court.
Basketball court, we talked about that before, yeah?
Yes, we spoke about it before. I think that was the first thing that caught your attention when you walked in. There we go.
Yeah.
So you have that as well.
Yeah.
And then you will observe this tree nest setup. What is this tree nest setup here? It's a mixture of podcast rooms and meeting rooms on the outdoor. So this is the outdoor podium amenities, okay?
Gotcha.
You have lots of green landscaping to give you a sort of park-style seating element, and you have outdoor spaces for yoga as well.
Amazing.
Okay, so this is your podium level.
Yes.
Now comes level 16, okay?
This is like in the middle of the...
It's exactly the middle.
Yeah.
That's why we call it reset.
Reset, okay.
Reset, okay. So this section, it has what we know as the indoor pool. It has a jacuzzi, a spa. It has experiential shower. It has a vitamin bar. This is, remember, this is all for the fitness enthusiasts. Right?
Amazing.
It has a vitamin bar and some more park-style seating around here just to relax. Now comes the rooftop.
Yes.
If you think about it, this is the best thing that they've done in the building. Views is a big concern for a lot of office workers, investors, whoever it is.
Definitely.
Everybody loves a view.
Definitely, always
right?
ask that.
If you have a free view, why not?
Yeah.
Right? Now, how do we ensure that everybody in the office has the same view as everyone else? The rooftop is a completely open-air amenity section that has park-style seating, lots of benches, and meeting rooms.
And meeting rooms
on the rooftop.
Okay.
So this way, what happens is, let's say it's evening time. You want to catch a view of Omniat's Marasi Bay. You want to catch a view of the Burj Khalifa. Or you want to see the beautiful design district, the Creek Harbor. And you think your office does not have that view, because of course your office is not 360 unless you go for the whole floor. At any point of time, you take the elevator to the top, and it's free open air view space.
That's really impressive. I haven't seen that in too many commercial buildings.
Do you know why? Because the old designs, they would have a lot of HVAC and MEP equipment, the services at the top. We've put that in the midsection where the pool area is. It's right below the pool section. Okay. Why? So that our guests can be able to be having the best views from the top right here. So we did this in the residences as well, by the way. In one of our marina residences, we put up 2 swimming pools on the rooftop because it's at level 44.
Gotcha.
So that everybody has unobstructed views.
Gotcha.
So by now we're observing that this is a very thoughtfully curated product where the architects have made sure with whatever space we have available, we put in the best.
Look, what I love about this, and I travel to Business Bay quite a lot, especially, quite a lot of times I travel through Business Bay. And what I see is even at 7:30 p.m., the streets are full, people are still at work, coming out of work. It's not just a working, just come to 9 till 5. They really do stay long hours.
They do stay long hours. Dubai, the reason they do stay long hours is because it's a very productive city. So everybody in Dubai, either you're a tourist, or you're a local, or you're a hustler. Okay? There's nobody else here in Dubai. That's why there is progress. That's why we're moving at a faster pace. That's why, connecting the dots, there's 4 million people in 2025 who should have been here by 2030. So we are 5 years in advance. And more traffic means, I don't see that as negative, it means it's more business.
Agreed.
It means there's room for expansion, an extra lane, an extra building, an extra apartment, and we are delivering right.
And that's what you're doing, and that's where I'm touching on, right? It's such a dynamic area in Business Bay that it actually needs more office space. Right? So because at the moment people are fighting against each other for office space.
So we are in the Opus Tower right now in Omniad. The rents are going around 800 dirhams per square feet, which no one would have imagined even 2 years ago.
And we're going to talk about the financials
numbers.
And the numbers very soon, very next. But what I'm trying to highlight here, guys, is the amenities that's going into this building. It's quite impressive because you can really use the. So would all of this be available for the people that work here?
Very good question. Yes. So the office owners will be able to get certain number of memberships as part of their ownership, which they can give to their tenants as well. But it will be very limited in number. Think of it this way. So you have a 1-bed apartment. Let's say it's 700 square foot, similar to our studio office. How many occupants? 2 occupants, correct? So the pool area and amenities are designed for that occupancy. Now let's say you have a 700 square foot office with 6 employees. Because office you can squeeze in more people. So we have yet to come to exactly what number we are giving of memberships, but let's say it's 2, for example. The other 3 will have to be paid memberships. Maybe your employer can offer that as a perk.
I like it. Yeah, exactly. Come and work for us. You get your gym membership.
Correct.
You get
your parking. You get your gym membership and access to. But the membership gives you access to everything, by the way.
There you go. And obviously, the cost of that will come out later on down the track. It's way too early to even talk about that. But
and this will be determined because by Cushman and Wakefield. So Cushman and Wakefield, the global commercial real estate company, along with Rove, they are the managers of the building. So things like extra car parking, rentable car parking spots, amenities management, along with Rove, they will be doing
They'll be managing the whole building,
So what does that mean? It will be professionally managed.
Gotcha. Cool. Awesome. Well, let's now move to talking about the floor plates. The financials, what that looks like. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So we're back. Joshua, can you talk us through the floor plates and what we can expect that's included in and the pricing?
Surely. So what are we looking at here? This is a dissection of the 3D mock-up. You're seeing quite a few office spaces. You're seeing furniture all around. You're like, what is all of this about? All right. So let's take a look into it. So this section is like a small office, approximately 700 square feet.
700 square feet.
700 square feet. And bear in mind, we are fully furnished and fully fitted. I'll touch base on that, how we do that. And this is for the entry-level investor. They want the smallest office, smallest ticket size. This would be around 2.9 million dirhams and upwards.
And it could be an investor or an end user, right?
Or an end user.
Like someone that wants to
satellite office, freelancers, a startup digital marketing company. They just need a small space where they're in a beautiful building with top-notch amenities, but they still have access to a small space. And this caters to them. Now you have an investor or an end user who says, well, that's a bit too small. I need something double of this. Fair enough. We just add another small office.
Connect 2 together.
Because it's combinable floor plate throughout the floor plate. Okay. This becomes about 1,400 square feet. Now you have more room for more desks, more meeting rooms. And this way, this can accommodate probably 10 to 20 people now. But now you have your third kind of investment. You'll be like, no, that's still too small. I need something bigger. I need more flexibility, and I need an extra add-on. And you'll be like, okay, what is that? He'll be like, listen, I need about 2,000 square feet. I need it fully furnished, fully fitted out, and I want a washroom inside. What are you going to do for me? I got you covered. So 3 offices when you combine comes to about 2,000 square feet.
Got you.
And when you combine 3 offices, you now have the option to have a small pantry and a washroom inside your office.
Okay, got you.
So it's with minimum 3 office combinations.
So just a question on that. Let's just say we didn't want the 3 offices. We only wanted 1 or 2. Is there washroom and amenities on each floor?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a common area.
Every floor has enough of washrooms and a pantry that can seat 24 people at the same time in your common area.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, let's touch base on that later. That's interesting.
Yes.
The common area. Yeah.
So 3 offices combination. That's when you have the privilege of having the washroom and a small pantry inside your office.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now comes your 4th type of investor and user. They'll be like, no, I need an even bigger space. And I don't like your concept of furniture. What can you do for me? We still have something for them. So now you combine 4 offices. We call it from, by the way, our names for the offices are from a hotel room perspective, studio, deluxe, executive. And the 4 office combination, the name is even better. We call it a la carte.
A la carte, so pick and choose,
Pick and choose, and this is where it gets very interesting. So 4 offices when you combine, first of all, we call a la carte. It starts 2,700 square feet and upwards. And here, your client has the privilege of submitting their design to us, and we execute it for them. As long as the design is practical, it's within Rove guidelines.
So let's just talk about that, because generally from what I know and what I've seen from other commercial buildings is that when you're buying off the plan, you're just buying a shell and core.
Shell and core,
correct. Shell and core, guys, for anyone that doesn't know, is empty. So you just got concrete floor, concrete walls, and just fire sprinklers on the roof.
Correct.
But what these guys are saying is we will actually include in the pricing the unit fitted out, and if you buy how much,
2,700 square feet and more, you get to submit your design of the fit out and the furniture, and we do it.
And you'll do it for them. That's pretty cool, right? That's very unique.
It is unique, and we are the only ones to provide this turnkey solution. Because it's not just fit out; we are talking including the furniture, your chairs, your desks, the server, the printer, everything is included.
Gotcha. And the printer.
And the printer.
Look, I'm not, again, my thing is not to just go and sell people's products. It's actually for you guys to understand what they're including. And this is really important. It's actually quite fascinating that they're willing to include everything for. And just out of curiosity, Joshua, why is that? Like, why have you gone down that path? Like,
I will explain.
What's the method or thinking?
I initially thought of this as well. Like, why are we doing this? Why is our feasibility team saying that we need to do this? We did a research, and in Dubai, what we realized is shell and core, as you mentioned just a minute ago, is the standard go-to option. People as in developers only do half floor or full floor, keeping out a lot of these small to medium-sized investors out of it. And number 3, when they provide shell and core on handover, you need an additional 6 months to obtain NOCs, permits, designs, to and fro, which means your business cannot operate even after handover for 6 months.
Got you. So that's really important to understand, guys, because let's just say you've handed over, and now it's time to actually fit out your unit. You can't actually sit there and occupy that area and do nothing for about 6 months, right? So you're losing time, money, if you've got a mortgage, just like a loan.
And the headache. And the headache.
Right? And the headache as well, working with contractors and getting it all right. But what we're saying here today is that we can remove all that. Have a really high quality fit out done by the developer. And if you're buying that 2,700 square feet, you can submit your design and do it for. Amazing. That's really, and you get the printer, right?
And you get the printer,
Which is cool, man. Right? Okay, cool. So now, and I understand now why, which is really clever. Whoever thought of that in your team, give them a high five, because that's pretty impressive.
I'll pass that on. Right? I will definitely pass that compliment.
Cool.
Thank you.
Overseas investors that want to invest in commercial property, but they kind of shy away from it because of who's going to be my contractor? Who's going to manage it for me?
Who's going to monitor it?
Right? This is such a great project to get all that headache away, especially for those overseas investors.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. Keep going, man. This
all
is
right.
great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that being said, this is the smaller office combinations.
Yeah.
Because if you check Savills, which is a global real estate company, the report says that the maximum demand in Dubai specifically is between 1,100 square feet and 3,000 square feet. We are catering into that section. Got you. And the percentage is 33%. I will share the report with you. Feel free to share it with your investors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you'll have an investor who says, "Well, I need half a floor for us."
So now bigger than this.
Bigger than this.
Like you want something. This is like the big guys now, okay? They want half a floor or a full floor. Yeah,
Correct.
cool. Gotcha.
So we have them as well.
Okay.
So you can go, as I said, one office for the whole 23,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Half floor, quarter floor, smaller sizes.
Yeah.
Name it, we have it.
Got you.
So half floor as well, which means it's more than 2,700 square feet.
Yeah.
So they can submit their designs.
Yeah.
They can have the washrooms inside.
Yeah.
And what happens is here, your price per square foot drops. Let me explain how this works.
Okay.
Normally, most developers, as I said, do one office per floor.
Yes.
The moment the elevator is open, all of the area is yours, correct?
Yes.
Now, if I have to make smaller offices,
Yes.
I have to also create a corridor, I have to create a pantry, a common washroom.
Got
So
you.
the developer takes the hit, which means your price per square feet is a bit different. Let's talk about that. So these offices, you're looking at an average of 4,400 dirhams per square feet, fully furnished, fully fitted. Okay?
With the printer.
That is important. And with the printer. This is very important to understand.
Yes.
Now, your half floor buyer, what happens is he takes half the area of the building, of the floor plate.
The floor plate, yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
So when the elevator is open, his corridor is short. There's no common washroom, there's no pantry. Why? All of that area is his. He can design as he wants to inside.
Okay, got you.
Okay? Which means it drops to about 4,000 to 4,100 per square feet.
Got you.
Fully furnished, fully fitted, as per his design.
Okay.
Okay. Now comes an even bigger drop, where your one big investor takes the one entire floor,
whole floor.
as one office, as one title deed, which means when the elevator doors open, everything was his the moment you step foot outside.
Got you.
Now your price per square feet drops to 3,600 to 3,700 dirhams, in that range.
Got you.
Fully furnished, fully fitted, as per his design.
Got you.
So the bigger the size you take as one office, lesser the cost.
Got you.
You take smaller units, the price per square feet deviates a little bit, simply because we have to create open spaces, corridors, as per the building codes. And that's it.
And that's very common, right? If you're buying a one bedroom, price per square foot is going to be higher than a villa. You know, it's just common sense.
That's
right?
a very good analogy. Very nice.
So if a big investor wants to buy a full floor, can they cut it into different floors and get different unit titles, or how does that talk us through that? Because that's important.
Now, this is the reverse of what I explained. So one investor goes for one office, one title deed initially, close to handover. They are a investor that wants to sell and maximize on capital gains. Correct? So what do? They can go up to 22 offices, because our base design was 22.
Gotcha.
But if you ask me, ideally, that's not a good thing to do, because you're losing a lot of area now. Corridors, because he has to apply for the NOC. Our design team creates the corridors. There's a building code with every city. Correct? So for example, each country, each city has a building code. We have to dedicate this many number of common washrooms, pantry, open space. There's, for example, fire exits that we need to create, which means he's losing area. Now he sells less area and he has to charge more price per square feet to recover. Instead, if you go by title deed optimization and the demand of Savills report, if you check, I would say 4 to 6 office splits is ideal, because the corridors are less, the common areas are less. This way, yes, he loses a little bit of area, but now he attracts top-tier businesses who like the 5,000 or the 4,000 square feet. So if you divide 23,000 by, let's say, 4 title deeds, I would say each office would probably come to about 5,000 square feet.
Cool. And this is what's so interesting about this, guys. So correct me if what I'm about to say is wrong, okay? But this is my understanding. I'm an investor, and I've just bought a full floor. Okay, and I want to split it up into 4 to 6 units. Let's just say 4 units.
4 units.
Nice. 4 units. Now all of a sudden, I feel that I've got different exit strategies for my investment.
Absolutely right.
So I can now go, well, you know what? I want to liquidate 2 units, sell them, right, and keep 2 for rent, for cash flow. Right? Or 3 in 1, or 2
exactly.
in
you can mix and match.
Mix and match, right? And this is what's so awesome about the flexibility when you start being able to be in that level of half floor, full floors,
Correct.
you can really have a lot of different extra strategies. Which is, and then you team that up with you guys doing the fit out.
Correct.
With their design requirements.
Correct.
That really makes this investment really nice and easy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Is that right?
That's absolutely right.
Awesome, man.
You've summarized it really well. I like that.
Yeah, it's really good because I've been talking to quite a bit of clients that want full half floors, and then we just start talking about the exit options.
Correct.
And honestly, like they really are really impressed by the options that you have.
Exactly.
You know? So yeah, so it's a good one. So let's talk about pricing.
Correct.
Okay. Let's start from the guy that wants to buy, you know, they're a residential investor.
Yes.
And they want to get their foot
into the commercial sector.
I think this is a great option. Let's talk through that starting there.
Sure.
And then,
let's go up.
Yeah.
So about 2.9 to 3 million dirhams is the cost of the smaller office, 700 square foot. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have offices, then you keep adding up the stacks, right?
Yeah.
So it goes up to 5.5 million, 6 million, it can go up to 9 million.
Okay.
And then it goes up to 13 million as well when you add up all of the offices there.
Yeah.
So you're looking at an investor starting around 2.93,
Okay.
and then it goes up to, let's say, 6 to 10 million, depending on 2 or 3 offices.
Yes. Yeah.
But now, of course, it's Firas. He has the big investors. He has the half floor and the full floor, right? So full floor, the whole floor is about 84 million approximately. Okay.
Yep.
But you get 23,000 square feet for it.
Yes.
Which means when you divide it, the price per square feet becomes 3,670 approximately.
Whereas the
smaller units, it is between 4,300 and 4,800 depending on the elevation, the views, etc.
Yeah.
So the floor I'm talking about is in the high zone, which is in the 21 to 26 floor range.
Yeah.
You get for 84.5 million, 23,000 square feet, fully furnished, fully fitted as per your design in a prime location, especially in Omnia's luxury corridor. It's impossible to find.
Amazing. Okay, great. So that's the pricing, and that's the current pricing. And as you sell more units, naturally, I think it's like phase 2.
We're going to increase prices because the velocity of sales. We're in the expression of interest stage right now. Monday is the allocation. After that is availability. Based on velocity of sales, every developer increases the prices to a small extent, simply to protect the first come investor.
Yes.
So there is a reason they have come in to us with the Neo I, where they know we will increase prices, and increased price is good for everyone as long as it is strategic, where everybody at some stage benefits from.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Talk us through now the when you're looking at starting construction, when you're looking at handing over, and what that time frame looks like.
I will link that with the payment plan itself, because the payment plan is linked to construction.
Fantastic.
First of all, it's a 50-50 payment plan, which means 50% during construction and 50% on handover.
Gotcha.
So our handover is March of 2029, which is about 3 years and 5 months from now, if you think about it. And how does the 50% work? How is it broken down? This is the most important thing. So the booking amount is 15%. You pay the 4% registration charges, the land department registration charges, and you get your sales purchase agreement. Okay. Now bear in mind, all commercial properties anywhere in Dubai has a 5% VAT.
Yes.
Now, do you pay the full VAT on the total amount today? No. The DLD, which is the government land registration charge, you pay it today. But when you're talking about, let's say, for example, the VAT, the VAT is paid on only what you pay. You don't pay on the whole amount today.
As you progress through the payments, you pay some VAT with it.
If your down payment was, let's say, 500,000 dirhams, the VAT on that is 25,000.
Gotcha.
That's it. So it's pro rata. It's progressive. Okay. Now what happens is the next month we collect 5%. Then we keep progressing. Where in 1 year and 5 months we collect 35%.
Gotcha.
Okay. This is date linked. But after this, something interesting happens. What is that? So when we hit a 40% construction milestone, that's when we charge the next 5%, 60% construction, next 5%, 80% construction, another 5%. So long story short, when 80% of the building is constructed, we've taken only 50% of the money.
Got you.
So what does this also mean? This is done for 3 years now. So for 3 years, you've only paid half the money. And on handover, which could be Jan, Feb or March 2029, you pay the last 50%.
Gotcha.
So 50 payment plan linked to construction.
Yeah.
And this is an insurance policy for your investors, because from day one we have the escrow account open.
Yes.
You want to touch base on the escrow account
definitely.
as well.
Look, guys, what's really important here about escrow account, it's essentially like a trust account, okay? And all the progress payments actually go into an escrow account that's managed by the DLD. Is that correct?
Correct. We've got the escrow account and we are monitored by Emar's Rove brand.
Gotcha.
So this is the benefit of investing across the board throughout Dubai in a hospitality-backed branded residence where there's brand guidelines and our guidelines, and of course the overall monitor is by Dubai Land Department.
Amazing. Now let's talk about financials.
Sure.
Okay. So all right, I'm going to invest in this. Let's talk about capital appreciation that's happened in Business Bay and what we predict is going to happen in the next 3 years.
Yes.
Because some people are going to say, hey, maybe I want to sell it before then, or all that jazz.
Yeah.
And then what's the rental?
Going to talk about that.
This guy's good.
Perfect.
Let's go.
So, firstly, let's talk about capital gains.
Yes.
Okay. You want to look at all the numbers I'm giving on the conservative side, not on the higher side.
Yes,
because when we launched and sold out 3 projects in the residences sector in downtown Business Bay Marina, we sold it based on giving conservative numbers and not promising the sun and delivering the moon kind of numbers.
And I hate that. I hate the sun and moon. Let's talk conservative.
Let's talk conservative.
And everything else is a bonus.
Correct. Absolutely. So, since average price is 4,400 per square feet, and we are in the vicinity of Omniat's luxury corridor, their own commercial. Now, I'm not comparing my building to Omniat. It can never be compared. Okay. We don't want to because we are in our league. They are in a very different league.
Yes.
Their price is now 7,000 per square foot now.
Wow.
And they only do large floor plates.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, that being said, the demand that I just mentioned in terms of number of businesses moving in, especially looking for the small to medium offices, is increasing.
Yeah.
We want to know how much is the lower side that I want to see where it can increase.
Yeah.
We're anticipating between 5,500 and 6,000 dirhams per square feet on handover.
Gotcha. We're at the moment, the lowest one is about 4,000.
4,250, 4,300 is the lower side. That might hit the 5,500, 5,700. Cool. And the 4,800 one might touch or breach a little bit of the 6,000.
And don't forget, this is fully fitted.
Fully furnished, fully fitted.
Right?
All of the other options, the prices, they're shell and core.
Correct. That's really important
so that means consider. I'm another level conservative on my numbers right there. Okay. Now that was capital gains.
Yes.
Now what about return on your investment? Let's talk today's numbers. I won't even go 3 years from now. We've done a commercial analysis. I've shared the file with Firas. He's more than glad to share it with you. How do I position my building? There is no Rove commercial before. But there are commercial buildings in Dubai. So we did a study where you'll see it in the analysis PowerPoint that I've shared. We took the best buildings, the worst buildings, the average buildings. We took rentals as high as 800, which we are not comparing ourselves to. We took rentals as low as 200 dirhams per square foot. We took rentals for certain buildings which are considered grade A, which are in the 375 to 450 dirham benchmark. And we did an average of all of these. Because with my product, I know it's good. I know it has certain specs which even certain top luxury developers don't have. But where do I position among all of this?
Correct. And this is like, it takes time to work this out, right? It's not just quick.
So we took time to take live data from the 2 major property portals, Property Finder and Bayut. We did the highs and lows of those buildings. And we did about 5 options. 5 different buildings. You will see them. You'll see the names. We got the average rent amongst the worst, the best, and the mediocre buildings to be 438 dirhams per square feet. Bear in mind, these were all shell and core. They don't have amenities. And they're all in Business Bay. Now, I pegged my project, which you cannot have a direct comparison, but I will compare it. I will compare it. At 4,400 dirhams per square feet average. On 1,000 square feet, that's 4.4 million. Agreed? Rental 438 dirhams per square feet, that's 438,000. Correct? If you already do the math, I'm close to 10% gross ROI.
Gross,
Now there's a service charge, 24 dirhams approximately per square feet. Bear in mind, commercial, it's a bit tricky. It's not like residential. Case by case, you can transfer the service charge to the tenant. Or if you don't, the tenant is not wanting to pay for it, you can include it in the rent and say, this is my rent. My rent is 470 dirhams per square feet, and I have this, and I cover the service charge. What I can tell you is the ROI does not go less than 9.7%.
Yeah,
that's net.
Net 9.7% on commercial, and this is why we love commercial property, guys, because what Joshua just said here, where the guys that understand the high net worth investors understand this scenario, understand this formula, exactly the purpose of these videos to show you guys how this can happen and this can work.
Yes.
In Dubai and going in entry level as well.
Yes, all of them.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Now, Joshua, talk me through the booking. If someone wants to buy something, obviously it's DM me and I'll work with you to do it, but let's talk through that.
Let me give you a quick walkthrough on that. So we are very strategic and organized with what we do. As I said, our escrow account is open from day one, which means any down payments we take goes into the escrow account, the government protected account. So if you're one of your investors or your end users, they love the product, what they do is they submit a token amount initially to block the unit. It starts with 100,000 dirham. The smallest is 100, and then you keep adding a stack of 100.
Okay. Gotcha.
With that, you submit your passport, if they're resident, Emirates ID, visa, etc., for documentation purposes. With this, we send what we call as a booking form. And it's all DocuSign. There's no paperwork.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know your investors are global. I know they don't like paper. They're not available for DHL to sign. Don't worry, DocuSign. Okay. Now, once they sign the booking form, they have about 7 to 15 days to make the remaining payment of the 15 plus 4%.
Correct.
The 100,000 that they paid or whatever token amount is deducted from the DLD amount. Okay. Now, when they make that down payment, and we send the receipts, let's say within 30 minutes to 60 minutes to the email, so we're fast. The sales purchase agreement, that's the legal document for the buyer with the developer that they own this property, will be sent either the same day or the next day, again DocuSign. So we're very fast with that. Okay. Now, once that's done, within about 60 to 90 days, the registration of your unit takes place in the DLD. You get what is known as your Uqud or your pre-title.
That's right.
And that's about it.
Amazing. Okay, great. Well, look, guys, Joshua, thank you so much for today. It was really good. This is actually our first commercial property YouTube video, and I hope this was really insightful for you. I've already been in this space, so I understand it really well. Joshua explained it really well, and I hope this is giving you guys some really good information and really good insight on the opportunities there is on this building, especially, and in commercial in general. If you need any information, please just DM me below, and I'll get in contact with you and send you the information, and we can have a chat and get one of these booked in for you. Take care.
Thank you so much.